Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EURUSD. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Greetings everybody, guys. Today finally we could take the look at the euro currency. Although in general it's not clear yet how elections result will impact the markets in the bit longer term perspective. To make the final decision on what to expect, we need to see for a bit more time what will happen here, because as you will see today, in the intraday charts, we have some patterns that could be used for getting the clarity what we could get in the nearest term on the euro currency. In general, our long-term view on the euro currency is bearish. There are a lot of reasons for that. The first reason is obvious differential between the Fed policy and European Central Bank policy. That should press on the euro in the long-term perspective, because we expect a more aggressive Fed policy in the end of the 2017 and 2018. That is not priced in yet. At the same time, ongoing processes in the European Union are not bringing a lot of stability to the economy, and the general situation there is a bit tricky. For example, the recent results in France. What we have? Yes, in the first glance, this was the candidate who mostly supports the large business in the country. So this is the choice of the elites in France. That's why, as you can see, the relatively positive reaction on the first round of elections, in the second round. But at the same time, Macron have got only the 2/3 of the electorates, and it means that in the June voting and creating the parliament in France, this will be really big problems, because all these candidates that have taken the participation in elections, the Fillon, the Mélenchon, all these parties will take the part in elections in the parliament. So, and what coalitions will be created there? It's really the big concern. For example, Macron could become the president, but he will not get the majority in the parliament. Or, for example, if before these elections, Le Pen just will have the two members in the parliament. Right now, she could get truly a lot of members, and that could make an impact on overall decisions that will be taken by the France. So this is still overall situation stands as far from the solution. It's really the big concern what will happen. Also, we have the elections in September in Germany, so this will be another rally. A political rally that we will get. That's why all this situation brings some kind of unclarity on the European policy and in general what is going on there. That will be another additional headwind factor for euro. That's why we're far from some euphoria on the Macron victory, and we do not think that's really will lead to strong bullish trend on the euro currency. I think this was mostly the pre-election rush, and right now it should come down a bit. So, speaking on the technical subject, on technical analysis, actually, guys, a lot will depend from the closing of the current week. Because if you will take a look at the weekly chart of the euro right now, you will see that market is forming here dark cloud cover pattern, and it will depend where the week will close. If it will close here or even lower, that will be excellent bearish bearish pattern that calls the dark cloud cover, and it works approximately the same as the bearish engulfing. This pattern is forming right at the top on the confidence resistance, and as market has completed our ABCD pattern that we have talked about on the last week. As a result, we could get some kind of the garden triple to sell on the weekly chart, drop down, ABCD retracement. That's what we have talked about previously. So we have called in our weekly research to treat this action right now as retracement by far. Do not think that it's already some reversal or big trend on the euro. It's not yet. So that's why on the daily chart we will closely watching for overall situation. As you can see, yesterday's session was a strong drop, and here we could say that probably we could get the excellent evening star pattern if we wouldn't have this gap up first. But in general, it could be treated as some kind of more evening star. Right now, from technical point of view, market has no reasons to continue move higher because the major targets already has been hit. So we will see on the weekly, this ABCD has been completed. That minor ABCD also has been completed. No real reasons for moving higher. If market will exceed this top and continue move higher, it will mean that market will continue move to the upside. If this will not happen, in this case, we will be watching for important signs that could give us a signal for downward continuation, because euro currency has unclosed gap here, and in forex market very rare gaps stand open for a long time. Usually market tends to close it. Still, on today's session on daily chart, you can see we could watch for bullish graph. If it will be formed, then chance on upward action, market will keep chance on upward action. If market will turn trend today bearish, in this case, probably we should be ready for a downward action. That's our conclusion on the daily chart. On the 4-hour time frame chart, here guys, you just could see how market has completed finally our butterfly. We said it's probably it could happen, but we did not expect that it really will happen on today's Monday open. That will happen slightly higher and then market will drop. Anyway, 1618 butterfly also has been completed. Now we have here the strong bearish divergence, and this divergence is important because it has formed a strong resistance area. And we have this trend line support. So market now is dropping lower. That being said, on the intraday charts, guys, this will be our important level. As soon as market will break this down, this will mean that market is tending to close the gap and continue move lower. That's important line. How this could happen? For example, market could form hand shoulders here pattern. So market could reach the trend line support, shows minor retracement, and then shows dropping. That's one of the possible scenarios. Whatever will happen here, we're mostly will be watching for this consolidation and breakout of this trend, and that will be important for the bears. It's a major thing. For the bulls, important sign will be if market will take it out of this top, will hold above the top, and that could mean that its upward action will continue. But currently, guys, I think, just my opinion, that a chance on the downward continuation stands a bit stronger. On the hourly chart, what we have for a few hours, what we could watch for. This is the same consolidation, as you can see, and this breakout of this consolidation will be a major moment that we should watch for. Here, guys, with a few hours, you could watch for this ABCD pattern. It stands just a few pips from the completion of the 1618 target. As soon as this target will be completed, market simultaneously will test this channel, and as a result, it could start the upward action. If I will suggest that will be some kind of the hand shoulders here, it's probably upward action should reach near around 5618 resistance from this most recent drop. So it will be approximately around 109.65, something that sort. But this is mostly the subject for scalp traders. With a few days, we will be watching. That's been said on trading plan. Suggest first reaching of the bottom here of this channel, upward retracement, and then we'll be watching for further action. Downward action will happen. Breakout of this line will happen. This will be bearish signal. If market will form the daily bullish grabber here today, and will show us the upward continuation here, that will be signal that probably upward action will continue. That's our suggestion on the euro currency, what we will be watching for here.